All right. Since we got interrupted, we can just go back. We can make it quick. Go back to the beginning. We
All right.
already you've been fighting. I didn't know you wrestled that long, man.
Yeah, I wrestled since I was 7, man, second grade, man. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, like I said, I won Southeast regions. I won Georgia State games. I won states in high schools, districts and regionals every year. And then did freestyle and Greco all summer long. And
Greco
actually,
Roman.
man, yeah, Greco-Roman and freestyle. I do them both because you could do one and not the other, man. But the league I was in when you were with USA Wrestling, until you went to nationals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We tried to make everybody place from Virginia in one or the other. And sometimes it was easier to place in Greco than it was in freestyle. So you would get on the Greco because a lot of times there wouldn't be as many Greco wrestlers as there was freestyle. So we would qualify in Greco, but we wouldn't qualify in freestyle, but we'd still be on the USA team, so we could still go to nationals in North Dakota. So we get because man, you might have shit in states. You might have it's a 2-day tournament in Virginia, just in Virginia alone.
Yeah.
So you might have 70 some people just in your weight class alone in freestyle.
What was your
Where
weight
Greco,
class?
yeah, my freshman year I wrestled 103, man. Actually, 103 was the lightest weight class that we had in high school. But
What?
yeah, but now they got it lighter than that. They started the fila weight classes, which actually has like a 96-pound weight class, but there was no such thing as that when I was in high school. It was
Yeah.
103. 103 was the lightest, and my senior year I wrestled 119. So I was
Yeah.
small. Yeah, I was small, but I wrestled 103, 112, 112, 119. So
Was
my
you like?
senior
Was you
year I wrestled
short?
at 119.
You was
Yeah,
you kind of short? Give me
yeah,
a little second, man. I'm gonna
I've
take your
always been
shirt
short.
off.
Yeah.
You kind of hot up in here. I said, was you
Yeah.
kind of? Was you kind of? You said you was kind of short.
I've always been short, man. I was
Right.
always like I think my freshman year I was like probably like 5'6", 5'5",
Yeah.
and then and I'm 5'8" now, so I mean I ain't grow much. But yeah, man. But
But
I
that's
didn't
that's
really
that's
start putting on weight.
average.
Yeah, I didn't start putting on weight until I got probably like 22, 23 years old. That's when I started really putting on like muscle and shit, man. When I was in prison, you
Yeah.
know what I mean. So I really didn't have that much size. You know, now I can't even cut. Now it's hard as shit to even cut weight.
You
You know
got
what I'm
too much
saying?
muscle.
Oh man, it's hard, bro. That shit
Yeah.
kills me, man. It breaks my back to try to cut weight,
How much?
man.
How much? What's your walk around weight?
Hey man, walk around without dieting, like
Yeah.
easily, man. Easily I like 200, 210.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like easily. So but I diet year round, man, even when I'm not fighting or whatever. I don't really even fight no more. I only took this fight because of the level that this fight's gonna be on. You know, I'm not
Right.
expected to win, but I definitely wanted to take it because it's on a big show. So I definitely took it. But and I'm out here, man. You know, I'm out here
Who are you
extreme
fighting?
couture, you know. Huh?
Who are you fighting?
Man, I can't really say,
I
man. There's like,
understand.
you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can't really say because there's too many people that try to sabotage anything that I do,
I
man. With
got
this,
you.
with this YouTube, man, comes haters, bro.
Oh
And
yeah.
when you're doing something, I mean, I've literally had trolls called gyms, and you know they go that far, man. Real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like they found out I was training at Extreme Couture over there with Randy Couture and them and Ryan and shit. Oh man, they couldn't wait to call up there, man. They were calling up there, emailing up there. And I
Jealous.
mean, the same people that are on some they on some gangster shit behind the computer, but man, they the first ones to try to hem you up by snitching on your ass and stuff.
Scarface.
You know what I mean? Yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Man, I don't know, man. I'm like this, bro. Like you can't like why you let the man win? He done built
yeah,
his platform. He's not on your platform no more. Like,
yep,
it
yep.
is what it is. I'll move on. Everybody know, like, to be honest with you, if y'all fought, I think you would kill that man.
Oh yeah, I would kill him. I would kill
Yeah.
him. I would murder. That wouldn't even be a fight, bro. I mean, that's just ridiculous, man. That's why it kind of agitates me, man, when people do get on here, be like, man, you should beat up Scarface. I'm like, bro, it's like, man,
Not even a
that's like
fight.
it's not even a fight, man. Like, damn, I'm like, you degrading this shit. I'm 11-5 in amateur MMA. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm like, you downplaying the fuck out of me by even bringing this guy up in the same word as the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to stick to the meth
Has
heads in his
he ever
backyard,
fought
bro.
though?
You know, huh?
You funny. You funny for that. But that's real though. That's real. That's definitely real. But has he ever fought, man? Just out of, curiosity. Has he ever fought amateur or anything?
Nah, man,
He
nah,
says
man.
he's a
He
pro.
fight.
He says he's a pro fighter.
Pro fighter. He ain't never had no pro card, man. That man ain't never had no pro card. His legs are like all crippled up and shit, bro. There's something like
Oh
he's
yeah,
handicapped. Like there's something
yeah.
wrong with it, man.
That's
There's
what
no
I
way that he could
said,
pass.
bro. I
He
said
would
that's
never pass a physical. He would never pass a
yeah,
physical to get no pro
bro.
card, bro.
Listen,
Never.
with all due respect, I'm not even trying to down him, but
Yeah.
I looked at his body. I said, "Yo, something's wrong with his legs. Like,
Dog,
there's
it's
no
over.
way that he would be able to fight Mighty Mouse. Mighty
Hell
Mouse
no,
has way too
man.
much explosion,
Hell no.
and I
Bro,
get
he wouldn't
this.
even, especially in MMA, bro. He would get tie kicked one time and
He
be a
does
wrap,
that.
bro. He
He
can't move
does
his
that. He
legs,
tries to do
bro.
that Philly shell,
Yeah.
and he really doesn't even do it the proper
Oh,
way.
man.
Like he's
Bro, nah,
like he don't
he in the
even
way,
really
bro.
hide himself for real. Like you
But
can teach.
watch his feet. How he does it. He like stutter steps and shit. Look like a fat penguin and shit, man.
You
That shit
funny,
looks
man.
ridiculous. It looks ridiculous,
Yo,
man. It
I
looks
listen.
crazy.
I did not know how dramified this YouTube community is. Like I'm sitting there watching your videos, and I know where I see nothing but troll videos attacking
Yeah,
you. You
yeah,
know what I mean? I'm like, most of them are part of his crew. They like
right,
part of that
right,
street beef crew
right.
for real. So it's like
Yep.
I said, bro, this YouTube stuff is like you got to be prepared, man. You got to have some thick skin.
You said it, bro. Look, if you don't, you're gonna be in for a lot of issues, man. Because
Yeah,
you can't. When I first started this shit, I couldn't deal with dudes coming at me negative, man. I was actually
yeah.
out in parking lots trying to fight people that were ghosts. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? They weren't even real people, bro. Like I was literally like in front of
Yeah.
Sam's Club trying to fight people
Trolls.
that probably live in a different country. You know what I'm
Probably.
saying?
Yep.
But you gotta, but like I said, man, this is the way I always say it, man, is that all of our dates, times, and locations are always posted. So if
That's true.
motherfuckers want to come out and fight, everybody's free and everybody's welcome. We
Yeah.
don't never hide our addresses. We don't ever hide our dates, our times of any of our fights or any of that
Yeah.
shit. So, for all these people that want to use my name to clout chase, that want to title their shit with my name on it so they get a couple views or whatever, or at the end of the day, bro, those same people, they know our channel, they know our
Yeah.
station, they know the dates and the times of all of our fights, and none of them have ever come out there to any of the fights. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, man, to me, honestly, you can hate from behind your computer, you can talk all you want from behind your computer, but you're never gonna show up and you're never gonna fight. So
Right.
that's the way I look at it, man. And if you
Yeah.
do, like I said, I just in Dallas, I did 20 rounds in Dallas. Like literally, man, I put on the gloves with dudes from no level to pros.
Yeah.
Anybody that comes out there, man, it's like, yo, Miles, let me get some rounds in with you. I go out and I don't even know your skill level, but I put
Yeah.
gloves on with everybody. You might be Kimbo Slater. I don't know, but I put the gloves on with everybody. So, and I got videos to vouch that. I don't never,
Yeah. You
and I
do.
put videos up whether I get my ass kicked or not. Like Raw Cut, he basically can beat the hell out of me in box. I'm not a boxer really, but he beat the hell out of me in boxing. I don't
Yeah.
put the video up because you beat me up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for me to lose or whatever, or for me to get beat up, your video is gonna go up, win or lose. So
Right.
I put the gloves on. That's the difference between these motherfuckers that are behind a computer. They don't never put the gloves on. They just they do all that Twitter finger shit, bro. You know what I mean? That's it. They ain't
I
about
seen
that.
you. I seen you like I don't know if it's a guy. It's a YouTube blogger. His name is Milk
Yeah,
something. Is
7-4.
that your boy?
Nah,
You
Pino,
don't
Pino,
mess with him,
Pino.
right? You don't
Nah, I
mess
don't
with
mess with
him.
him.
Okay, that's what
Uh-uh.
I thought. Like Milk
Nah.
74. He like a Crip, whatever. So I
Yeah.
mean,
He's
I
like a
seen him.
Hoover or some shit. Nah, I don't
What
fuck with him, man. All
I
right, what
seen
happened
you
with that?
going at him. I seen you.
Yeah,
I seen him trying to go at you, but it was
yeah,
another YouTuber. He was
yeah,
like
Pino.
actually defending you. He was like, "Yo, I seen y'all sparring," and it's like I
Yeah,
said, "Yo, Mighty Mouse is like he got videos with like UFC fighters." I said he's
yeah,
just playing.
yeah,
He could kill that man. I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
but the fact that Pino actually sparred with him, you gotta kind of give him credit for real.
No,
You know
I
what I mean?
do.
Like,
Pino's my home. Pino's my man. Like fucking
yeah,
like anytime I'm down in Florida and Miami and Broward and shit, like I always see Pino. What
right,
happened was, all right, with that situation, man, honestly, man, if I could rewind time, I would have never got involved in it.
yeah,
Um, because that wasn't I was on some guns down gloves up shit. I was on
yeah,
being able to try to get these dudes to really squash beef. Uh, they were going at each other. They've been going at each other from behind a computer. So
mm-hmm.
I had reached out. We were running an LA event anyway, and Pino was going out there to be on the No Jumper show anyway. So
Yeah.
Little did Milk know we were coming to Cal. We were coming to LA no matter what. So we came out to LA, and I had reached out to several gyms to try to get this to squash because I didn't want this shit to happen in the street.
Yeah.
So no gyms were going. Like, I went to King's MMA, I went to 10th Planet. They were like, hell nah, man, you're not doing that shit here. You can, because I've trained there and stuff. But when I come out there, but they were like, hell nah, you're not running no beef fight between no gang members here, and not in this
Yeah.
gym. So they were like, hell nah, let them kill each other in the street. Like, they weren't even having it.
They don't want to look bad on their business. You know how they is.
But I ended up getting I got two gyms to agree to it, which was Valderay Boxing and Raw Talent Boxing. So I ended up with two gyms that were like, yeah, come on, let's do it. Let's make it happen. So we had reached out to Milk. He knew the date, the time, and the location for the fights, man.
Yeah.
And he didn't show up. But he sat out there in the streets talking about, y'all come out here to the Staples Center, come out here to Figueroa Street and all this. I'm like, bro, it's like, you missed the whole point. First off, I'm not from LA. I'm not coming out on nobody's street. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to, shoot no fade out on no fucking street with no gang members. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got me fucked. Like, I'm 44 years old, bro. I'm far from dumb. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
especially
I'm
the Staples Centers. That's like,
come on, bro. We're going to jail.
Right.
We're going to jail.
That's like a
setup.
To
jail. Yeah, exactly, man. You know what I'm saying? And he knew what it was, bro. He knew that nobody was going to be fighting in the street. He was scared. Everybody knows he was scared. You know what I'm saying? But he has a big enough following that he's going to have people that are going to believe him anyway. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I had a gym. We were on live feed at that gym. Everybody knows that this was going on in the ring. He knew that this was happening in the ring, and he didn't want to take it. He didn't want to do it. Pino is not a fighter either, but they could have at least squashed the shit. You know what I'm saying? And now they're still bickering back and forth behind a fucking computer, and nothing got accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Nothing got accomplished.
One thing I don't understand, like, I see a lot of gangsters or whatnot that's blogging on the internet, and it's like, I respect what you're doing. Like, if you're gonna fight and handle it like men, then handle it like men. You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, you cannot. One thing about it though, this is one thing I don't understand, people. You can never discredit an actual fighter. You see what I'm saying? Like, you actually lived, you actually got the wounds, you actually been in those wars. So Pino is like, to sit there and discredit, I mean, not Pino, Milk, to sit there, and I don't know him, so I can't speak on his, know him personally. I don't know him personally, but I can't really speak on him as a man, but to sit there and try to discredit you, that's an insult, because you don't really do that. Because it's like, if you knew where the gym was, all you had to do is just show up. But you wanted to make it. The problem is, bro, people live behind these profiles. They live behind these YouTube profiles, and they once you get a certain following, you can say whatever you want to say for real.
And people are going to believe it.
Right. That's what it is for real.
That's true, man. And the thing about it is, like I said, man, the dude, these guys they run their prison channels, and really what they do is they don't really have no content of their own. Basically, what they do is they'll pick a rap song or somebody else, and they'll try to like tell you what they think about it, discredit them, and all this other shit, man, and pick apart other gang members and all this shit, man. So their entire station revolves around somebody else's content. You know what I'm saying? And that beef behind the computers and shit, that and the yapping and the going back and forth and making videos and soap operas and shit, like that's not my lane, man. You know what I'm saying? So I never made no clap back videos and shit. Just basically, listen, man, you knew what time it was. You weren't there. I'm done with the situation. That's a wrap. That's basically where I left it at, man.
You could clearly tell that you kind of went back to your lane. You went back to your straight training lane, and they went back to the blogging. But I get it though. That's their lane. Their lane is to bicker back and forth, because let's keep it real. Drama is what get views for them anyway. And like you said, you could just search YouTube, man. Everybody doing the same shit. They're all just sitting here. They watch YouTube, look for a viral video, and they react to it. So it's like, I'm cool. I'm okay with doing that, but not. Come on, bro. You don't know some of these people.
You gotta have some type of content. You gotta have something of your own, man, to offer. If that's what you're doing and stuff, man, understand that that somebody's gonna try to get physical with you at some point. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you're playing a dangerous game, especially when you are targeting and talking about other gang members and shit, man,
Yeah.
because what makes you safe to go to the store at that point, man, when you sitting there
Yeah.
talking about what makes your family safe at that point. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like, man, you really you don't want to sell your soul, man, for
Yeah.
YouTube money. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I got a career, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got the tractor trailer shit and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So the YouTube to me is about the movement, man. It is about the
Right.
positive movement and basically all the dirt and wrong that I've done in life, man, to basically try to, you know what I'm saying, do something decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do something
Yeah.
decent. So at the end of the day, whether it was YouTube money or not, I started out with this YouTube not making a dollar. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
It got to where it's at.
Hey,
It got to where it's at on
I
its own.
remember
You know
your
what I'm saying?
page when you was like under 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, for
When you
real.
first
For
sent it
real.
to me, you sent the text
Yep.
and you sent it on Facebook. You was like,
Yeah.
"Hey,
Yeah.
I'm starting a channel,"
Yep.
and we was supposed to link. That's when I was going
Yeah.
through. I was going through a bunch of different stuff. That's when my
Yeah.
brother got shot. A bunch of crazy
Yeah.
nonsense. I was going through some stuff, but the Bruce and all them. I don't really want to say their name. They didn't really want to defend me and like speak on my behalf. When you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
people want to drag you, they're gonna drag you. They're not gonna tell you what somebody going through. They're
Right.
just gonna drag your name. They're only gonna say
Yeah.
the bad stuff about them. You know how it is. That's
What's
just what
Bruce
people.
doing now? Is the ECW? That's not even around no more, right?
Now he sold the cage, I believe, but I can't really
Yeah.
say. I'm pretty sure he's doing well. You know how Bruce
I
is.
seen, but Brian Maxwell fought my homeboy Uli Monster and shit
Yeah, but
in
that
the
was
bare knuckle.
whew.
He got smashed. Uli Monster got him.
Oh yeah, he's tough, man. Like
Yeah.
Zion wants some.
Zion's
Zion,
on his own now. Yeah,
yeah,
I taught the Zion. I was actually I sponsored him for the Total Line and shit when he
yeah,
did the Total Line shit. I sponsored him on there and before he went to the BKFC and shit. But I guess
he
I guess
good.
Kane's getting ready to come home
Yep.
here soon
Is
from
he
what I
really?
heard. Yeah, I think like a year or something, right?
Yeah, it's like a
I
year.
guess.
It's like a
Yeah,
year. Yep.
yeah.
He
So
called me, man. He used to call me like
yeah,
Kane Jr. He used to call me all the time, man. But since
yeah,
he went to Texas, I don't know. But
yeah,
you know how it is once you get in the yard, once you get in that prison, man. It's like you
yeah.
outside, so it's like
What did he get? What
you
did he get? How much time did he get out? He
want to say like
what the
3.5.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
can't really say, really. I don't really know his case like that, but
yeah,
I think that he gonna come home and be motivated and like, they perfect for
yeah.
this fight business, man. They raw
Oh no, yeah,
athletes.
yeah. Kane's fought in my yard a couple times. I couldn't get Zion out there because he was still in the cage and shit. But
Yeah,
we went to the TOC shit when Kane was down there, him and Zion and stuff. I went
yeah.
down there with him and his dad's come to the yard a couple times and shit. So
His
yeah,
dad
they good.
fought, didn't he?
His dad fought on BKFC.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. His dad fought about 2 times on
Yeah,
BKFC.
yeah, I think he got beat the last time pretty good.
Yeah.
He
Oh
got
yeah,
smashed
yeah,
the
yeah,
last
yeah.
time.
It was a
Yeah,
wild one. It was a tough one. Kane
yeah,
went out there swinging. They was like slugging it for a good like
yeah,
minute,
yeah.
But then he got caught. Like, but that's like I give him credit. Like the madman is like to him to do that at his age.
Oh, no
You know
doubt.
what I mean? I
Yeah,
tip my hat. You know what I mean? Just to
no
get out
doubt.
there and
Nah,
do
he's
it because
tough, bro.
not too
He's
many
tough.
people wants to take a punch. You know how
Nah,
it
he's
is,
tough.
bro. You
Yeah,
can tell spar with somebody. As soon as you spar with them, as soon as they take a punch, you
yeah.
can tell if they're a real fighter or not because how
Oh,
they
nah,
react,
yeah,
right or wrong.
yeah,
You see what
yeah.
I'm saying? I
His
sparred with
dad,
somebody last week, and it's
his
like,
dad's tough.
oh yeah, he
He's
got
tough.
he got some heart on him, man. And heart is a
Yeah,
lot. He got this next fight he has is kind of like tailor made for him. If he go in there and
yeah,
fight, be patient, he can win that fight. I kind of want to see
yeah.
Zion going against Uli. Uli's a tough guy. Zion said he's terrible. I don't know if that's your boy. That's a tough fight for Zion.
I mean, they're
You
both
know,
my boys.
yeah,
I put the gloves on with both of them, man.
right.
I don't know, bro. Uli's is an
Is he
animal,
good like
bro.
that? Is he really that good?
He's very strong, bro.
He's
He's won all
powerful.
his fights, but he's won all his fights like he's won like 12 boxing matches by knockout. Like all of his matches have been by knockouts. Like
Yeah.
like not even close. Like he annihilates everybody. He's got the fastest knockout in combat sports history against another one of my homeboys from Virginia.
Are you
Um
serious?
yeah, he got 3 second knockout, bro. It's the fastest in combat sports history.
Yo, he knocked
You know what I'm
Brian
saying?
out like 5 seconds, didn't he?
Smashed him, smashed Maxwell. I don't think Zion's ready for Uli, man. I think I think that I'd like to see Zion go far with the shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? You
He
know, being
2 and
from
0.
VA.
He 2
Yeah,
and 0.
being from Virginia.
He ain't got to rush it. But you know what you
No, that's
said
what I'm
is
saying.
right.
Don't rush.
He ain't got
Yeah,
to
don't
rush
rush.
it.
Yeah, don't rush. Just do good, and the time will come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He'll get Uli. Trust me, he'll get him. But I
yeah.
wouldn't rush it now. But they were bickering back and forth, man. Uli even said some stuff like, you know, he said something about his dad, and I mean, he was just like Uli was going in. So
He's saying some personal stuff.
yeah, he said
That's
some
you.
personal shit. So I backed out because I'm like, man, they both my dudes and shit. But of course, I've known Kane and them way
Yeah,
longer. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Plus, they VA. But but I backed out of it, and then Uli tagged me in some stuff, and I like, man, nope, you ain't gonna get me to respond on that shit. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? I
You
ain't
know how it
responding on that
is.
shit.
You know the
Yeah,
fight business, man.
yeah,
It's kind of hard. Sometimes you gotta just all right. I know both of y'all, so
yeah,
I can't choose sides because it's like
yeah,
somebody gonna be like, oh, that's foul. That's how it be sometimes. It's the
yeah,
politics of fighting. I told him, I said, don't rush it. You young,
yeah,
man. Your
yeah,
rank is you up there in the ranking. You 2-0. You just beat a ex
yeah.
UFC fighter. So
And they keep shitting on Reggie. Like, man, Reggie should have been had that fight for the belt, man. When Bedford still had the belt, it was
I
supposed
don't
to have been
understand
Reggie.
that. He should have had a rematch though. I think they
Man,
playing
bro,
him
that
on the
shit.
sense.
They dogged Reggie, man. Reggie fought
Yeah.
3 fights, man. 3 fights.
Some
Now
hard fights.
they have to give him the belt fight. He fought 3 more fights after being ranked #1. You know what
That's
I'm saying? So
crazy.
yeah, that's bullshit. You know, everybody
Who
played
has the belt now? Does
Dat
Bedford
Nugent.
still
He
have it?
beat Dat Nugent beat Bedford, man. He beat Bedford pretty easily too, man.
Did he?
Bedford wasn't using no MMA at all, bro. He wasn't using no clinching at all, man. He was like he was trying to
Coming straight
box a
forward.
boxer, man. He was just boxing a boxer,
Oh,
man. You know, Dat Nugent's a good boxer, man.
yeah, he
Um,
is. Real
and
good.
Bedford was not using none of his. He wasn't dogfighting, man. He was trying to box him and shit, and
Yeah.
got mopped. I was like, damn, bro. I was like, you should have been clinching him, utilizing
Yeah.
all the shit that you can use in that bare knuckle, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what he did. That's what he did to Reggie when he fought Reggie.
Man, that's
'Cause-
why he beat Reggie, man.
Yeah. Because Reggie's a boxer.
Yep. But Reggie's getting really good with his clinch. I was in Reggie's last
Yeah.
camp. Reggie used me in his last camp to when he fought what's his name, man? The one that fought Mayweather. What the hell's his name? Guy he just fought. But anyway, Reggie, man, dude,
Yeah.
he uses me strictly for my wrestling, for my clinching and
Right.
all that stuff, man.
Easy
So
money.
yeah, so man, so when he gets in there and he was clinching with dude, like dude, he's definitely not as strong as me and not a wrestler. So
Right.
man, Reggie's tossing motherfuckers around his size,
Yeah.
pretty good.
He
You know
got
what I
some.
mean?
Hey man, bro, he got some. He's like so sound. He's such a
Yeah,
sound and crisp boxer. It's like
yeah,
watching poetry, bro. When you see him like fighting,
bro.
he got some hands on him, man.
And he puts this shit together himself, man. Like, bro, like, listen, that's the thing about Reggie and his and Brandon and his dad and stuff like that. Man, they actually they don't learn from, they don't go to a bare knuckle school. They don't go to a trainer that trains people in bare knuckle. Reggie
Right.
and his dad and Brandon and them, and you know, I help him with his clinching and stuff. But man, they come up with a lot of these techniques and stuff on their own. You know what I'm saying? They try it, they practice it, they work it, and they make it their own. Like, man, this isn't something that somebody's teaching them. This ain't some shit that they're watching on YouTube and learning from other YouTubers or shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
They're actually like
Putting in the work.
modernizing. Man, they're coming up with their own fucking moves, man.
That's
That other
crazy.
people are going to end up having to use it. You know, at some point, somebody else is probably going to be using some of these same moves that Reggie and Brandon and them are making up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're making up a lot of different moves and tactics with this bare knuckle shit. And they're like, man, let's try this. Let's see if this does this. Let's see if this works. We'll
Yeah.
practice this a couple times. Like, they're really like making up their own shit. So Reggie is fucking like they're doing their own thing, bro, over there.
Hey, bro, you definitely can see like the progression with Reggie. Like his first
Yeah,
fights, I want to say he still was like in boxer mode.
yeah,
Towards like now, you can tell
yeah,
he's like his clinch game is there. He's
yeah,
mixing it up a little more.
no doubt.
He ain't just on the outside like sticking and moving. He really fighting now. He
Yeah,
mixing
man.
his technique with that bare knuckle
Yep.
style, which is like a good element. So it's
Yeah.
like Reggie that came a long way, man. He's been fighting for a long time. He
Very long
deserves
time.
he
And,
deserves
and
his due.
And you know, me and Reggie been in prison together, man. You know what I'm saying? So I've
Oh
known Reggie.
word,
I've known Reggie. Reggie was in prison with me too, man. You know, I've known Reggie a long time. That's
yeah,
how me and Reggie really linked in on the street. He actually got out about a year after I did.
oh
So
yeah.
and you know, I'm the one that got Reggie his first MMA fight. You know what I'm
And
saying? Reggie had never fought. Reggie had never fought MMA until me. You know what I'm saying? He had
ECW,
only boxed. Huh?
where's he? Did he fight in Roanoke?
Nah, he fought he fought at in Arlington, he fought at Virginia Beach, he fought at Devala
Okay,
Holler in Richmond. He did like four MMA. He didn't do good. He did like four MMA matches, but he didn't really do
yeah.
good. Because
He
he was
fought.
already
I think he fought one for Bruce, but he
he
beat
probably did. He probably
he
did.
beat that dude though.
Yeah, well, what you talking about MMA or boxing?
MMA.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, see the bad here was the bad thing with Reggie is that Reggie was already a pro boxer. So
Right.
him already being a pro boxer, you have to, for the people that don't know, man, you have to fight pro MMA. If you're gonna do MMA, you can't even if you've never had an MMA match,
Yeah,
once you
that's
have
what
a
you're
pro
saying.
fight, you have to fight pro. So,
Yeah,
you know, Reggie came in there as a big handicap, not having, you know, really any
yeah,
wrestling or any Muay Thai like that and
yeah.
shit. So he came in specifically with just hands. I think he did Ready to Fight 2 up there in Sterling Park. He did like
I'm,
4 or
I'm
5 MMA
I'm
matches or some
glad
shit
you
like that.
said that because a lot of times people think that they can kind of like switch, and it's
No, you
like
can't.
once you become a sanctioned pro fighter, like you
You're a
pro
pro.
fighter in every
Yep.
other sport.
You're a pro, bro.
Yeah,
You're a
like
pro.
and a lot of people think that you can kind of I'm only pro in MMA, so I can go amateur in boxing. No, you're wrong.
Yep.
Once you
Nah,
get that sanctioned license, you pro for the rest of your
you pro.
career.
Yep.
You
You
know what I
pro.
mean? So that's
Yep.
kind of like a lot of people don't really understand that, but
Yeah.
it is kind of like a handicap in a sense because if you don't got no grappling, bro, they just gonna come take you down, and they
Well,
gonna
yeah.
lay on you. You know,
Well, you know,
eventually,
I got Alan Stevenson, his first boxing match. You know, Alan that fought Cujo. I got him his
he's
first pro
good,
boxing
man.
match. Huh?
He's a pretty sound boxer, man. I got to give him credit though. Like
He is. Well, see, here's the thing. Here, I'm gonna go to that, but hold on. All right, I got George Lights Out Shepherd. I got him his first pro boxing match.
for real.
Yeah, him and Allen. I got Allen his first pro boxing match too, up in Springfield, Virginia. I got him his first pro boxing match. But here's the thing. All right, going back to what you were saying, that's why I think it's really easy for an MMA guy to transition over to boxing. Now, are they going to be a good boxer? Probably not. You know, what I mean, they're not going to be the technical boxer that's been boxing since they were 7 years old.
Yeah,
That has 120 USA boxing matches,
nah,
and you know,
it's not gonna
no,
happen.
no. But I'm gonna tell you, they last and they're able to pick it up a little bit easier than a boxer coming into the MMA world,
Right.
not having any wrestling or any ground, because there's just so many weapons that you have to have.
Yeah.
Where boxing is part of MMA, it's always hands are always
Yeah.
going to be a part of MMA. So
Yeah.
you're not,
Absolutely.
it's not like you're going from golf to playing basketball,
Right.
where a boxer. That's the way it would be. It would be like going from golf to playing basketball.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm saying?
sure.
Because you're jumping into a whole different world. Where with MMA guys, they already have hands. I'm not saying that a lot of MMA guys got good hands, but they got good enough that they're not. This is not like something new to them getting punched and
Right. Right. Right.
throwing
Right.
fit.
Right. Right.
You know,
Yeah.
where a
Cause it's
boxer is
like
going to be something new to them getting took down. It's new to them getting
yeah.
kicked. You know what I'm
Cause
saying? That's a new
yeah.
world to them. You know.
And it's like sometimes, like if you're a boxer, now I seen this with Reggie. I'm glad you mentioned him. Where if you overcompensate a throw, you took
Yeah.
down. Like if you
Yeah.
leaned over too far, like
Yeah.
if you put too much on it, you off balance, they got
Right.
you.
Yep.
And especially coming in, oh, he's a boxer, so you know what the game plan
You already
is.
know what's going to
So
happen. Yep.
and if
And that's what
you,
happened.
yep,
That's exactly what happened to Reggie. His first fight, man. It was like damn, like you know he didn't have any ground, and it was man. That was the first thing they did was took him down, and it was pretty much a wrap, man. It was a fast
yeah,
fight, you know.
yep.
But but
But
I think Reggie found his lane now, man. The bare knuckle
oh yeah,
is a lot of people's lanes that are not ever going to be in the UFC or guys that are never going to be
the
on that
great
super
boxer.
high level of boxing.
Yeah,
Man, I
yeah.
think a lot of these guys are finding some good lanes and are able to make a career with this bare
Yeah,
knuckle shit right now.
absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah,
I said the same thing. I said, bro, if you can have a successful career here, Go ahead.
Do it.
This
Yeah,
thing is growing. You know,
it's
this
growing,
that
and it's gonna
sport is
keep getting
like,
bigger.
yeah, it's so many
Yeah,
copycat leagues all over the country
yep,
now. It's like
yep,
you see bare knuckle leagues all over the United States now.
yep,
Right after that
yep,
one, I think they
yep.
had one overseas prior. I'm not sure, but that
Well,
that sport is growing, man.
but to say that though, man, the bare knuckle shit has always been overseas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
the gypsies and shit have been the gypsies and them
Yeah,
have been doing that shit for years. That's
yeah,
where Bobby Guns and all them started.
yeah, for
Them
sure.
dudes have been doing bare knuckle forever. So
Yeah,
that shit's been over there. We
yeah,
were they were just kind of doing it like I was doing it, man. Just
yeah,
basically backyard, not making
yeah.
no money. There was
Kimbo
no
style.
Right. There was no pay-per-views of this shit. Kimbo.
Yeah,
They had been doing bare knuckle. So,
yeah,
you know, Damon Feldman just came in there. He seen a way to make money. Okay, I'm boys with Dada 5000. That's my man.
yeah, for sure.
I got videos with him and Level Martinez and Uli
Is
and
he?
all
Can I ask you?
the
Is he
original
a
dudes.
great striker? Is he a great striker? Dada.
He's not in really good health. I don't know. I was gonna spar him down at Parent Park one day. He's a very big motherfucker, man.
Is he?
Fuck yeah, he's a big dude. Go watch the video with me and him. And like I said, I'm only 5'8", but that motherfucker's a big dude, man. We did the Martin
Yeah,
Luther King Day parade together, and we were on the News Channel 10 down together in Miami. So I did a whole video with Dada. But me and Dada we're gonna start. Okay, he's got a thing called BKB now. He's got
yeah,
what's called a rectangle cage. You know, them rectangles he always had shaved in the side of his head.
yeah.
He made a cage like that. That means those mean something to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's got a rectangle, a triangle. My fault. Yeah, triangle, Jim.
Yeah, he used
So
to put like a
yeah,
triangle in his head or
triangle.
something.
Yeah, the triangle. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's got a triangle. He's got a triangle cage. And but me and him were going to do this shit like 3 years ago, man. Even before I even had my own YouTube, me and him were going to do this thing together. We had this shit planned out. We had the Hard Rock Cafe. We were gonna really go forward with this shit, man. And then, but it was all on his end more than it was on mine. I was basically just following suit with him, and
yeah,
he ended up going through some health things and shit. So all that stuff ended up falling through. But
yeah,
he's back. He's good now. You know what I mean? But he started it, and he's on his like third shit now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
he's putting them together, man. But at the end of the day, man, I think that Dada could have if he would have seen the vision before Damon Feldman did, or even Kimbo back then, if they
They
would have
could have
seen the
grew.
vision, they would have been the face of this shit, not Damon Feldman. You know what I'm saying?
Where did
Damon,
David Phil? Where did he come from? Did he come from
he's from Philly.
boxing?
He's from Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he ever fought. He just is. Well, I don't want to know. I don't want to say if he did or not because
Yeah,
fucking somebody might be like, oh no, that motherfucker's had 20 fights, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know.
That's
But
right.
but him and Nate Shook are like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I'm like, where did
That's why all these
Nate
Virginia
Shook?
guys
Did
keep
he
getting on
come
the
from?
show.
What he like a boxer promoter at one point in time?
You remember Nate, man? Nate used to sell T-shirts at fucking Bruce's, man. That's
Yeah.
how Bruce and Brian and all them. That's how, man. That's why Britain, everybody that's come from Virginia, man. That's how they. We have the
That's how
biggest.
they got linked in there.
We got the biggest. We got the biggest state for bare knuckle, man. We got the
Yeah,
most people coming from one state that's fought on bare knuckle out of
yeah,
Virginia. So
yeah,
all of our Virginia guys are we the biggest. We got more
yeah,
guys than anybody. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But and that's all because of Nate Shook. Nate Shook is the promoter. There's not no other. See, when you're dealing with boxing, you might have 5 or 6 promoters. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Bringing fighters and Damon Feldman only uses Nate
It's
Shook.
just
Nate
him.
Shook is the only promoter. He is the only promoter.
Okay,
If there's matches that are made, Nate's the one that does it. There is nobody else. So
right.
Nate can pick and choose whatever he wants, and
Yeah.
that's why all of our Virginia guys have been getting on there, man. You know
That's
what I
what
mean?
because it's a lot of Virginia fighters that's been on that. Britt, she's been on there.
Yeah,
Brian, Kane,
yeah,
Zion. So you mean I can
yeah,
eat Reggie. So it's like
yeah.
it's a bunch. It's way more than that. So
Way more, man. Way more.
yeah.
We just got Roger. Roger just fought.
Yep.
We got Drew's getting ready to fight on there. Dude, we got
Yeah.
Virginia. Virginia is not playing, man.
Yeah.
We got the biggest bare knuckle by far, like
Yeah.
way more than any other. There's no other state that's coming close as far as the amount of people that are put out for the bare knuckle. Not even close.
Yeah. Yo, man, you really know your you really know your stuff, man. You a busy man when it comes to your lifestyle as far as like how you train in your YouTube. But you know that burn knuckle, man. Like, yo, it's like
Yeah,
information. When you talk to a fighter, that's how I am, man.
yeah,
It's like you store that information when it comes out. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it's like knowledge. It's like we
Yeah.
become like encyclopedias of the game in a
I mean,
sense.
you're in that life all day, every day.
Yeah,
Like my life revolves around being in a
yeah,
fight scene.
fighting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everywhere. So it's like, man, I was just training with Bot. Bot trains with Earl Spence. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
word.
I've talked to Earl Spence on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Man, bro, I've talked to a lot of people. I've talked to Snoop Dogg on the phone. Like I did the whole undercard for the celebrity boxing. So
Yeah.
all that celebrity boxing, everybody that was on the celebrity boxing that was on that undercard fought on the UFL. I had 6 fights on that. Everybody that was on there were UFL fighters. And man, dude, dude, Shaq knew who I was. Like as soon as I got there, like Shaq's like, yo, what's up, Mighty Mouse? I'm like, damn, how the fuck you know me? Like
Yo.
that shit's wild, bro. Like the Yin Yang twins knew who I was, Young
Hey.
Jock knew who I was,
Yo.
Easy knew who I was. It's like, damn, these motherfuckers know me. Like these are
Yeah.
people that I fuck with. But I was at Planet Fitness doing cardio one day, right? I used the Planet Fitnesses because I could travel around the nation with them
Right.
with the tractor trailer and shit. So I could take showers there and all that. So I was in the gym and I just did my cardio and shit. And I talked to Bamboo. He's a rolling 90s Crip. All right.
Right.
Bamboo, I got a video of me and Bamboo. I've had Coolio at my house and all that shit, man. But
Yeah.
Bamboo, he's like some high level dude out there. Like he did 30 years in prison and all that shit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I did an interview with Bamboo, and I was on 3-way and shit. And if you know Snoop, you can't mistake his voice. Like you put
Yeah.
Snoop on the phone with anybody knows Snoop's voice, you gonna know that that's
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? So
Crip talk.
I'm sitting on that jump
Yeah.
and he gets on the phone. I'm just like, man, that shit's crazy, bro. You know what I'm
Yo.
saying? I'm carrying on a 5-minute conversation with Snoop, man, sitting at that Planet
You
Fitness. You know what I mean?
I was watching No Jumper and Adam said your name.
Yeah.
Adam was like
Yeah.
he was like Adam is like he
Yeah.
knew you, but it's like
Yeah.
and he was like how Adam talk. He was like Mighty Mouse is definitely not nobody you want to
Yeah.
play with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When he was
Yeah.
talking, I
Yeah.
think Milk or Peanut or whoever it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
Pino
was
on there.
like, I was like, he said he tapped in with Mighty Mouse. Like Mighty Mouse
Yeah.
is like he a
Yeah.
household name. I think your lane
Yeah.
is like. No offense to Street Beats, I ain't trying to start no drama. I think your lane is like transcended as far as
Yeah.
like you in a different lane. Like he kind of like
Yeah.
got that cult following, and
Yeah.
you know what
Oh,
you said
boy,
earlier.
you said the word, bro. If you're not like that's the reason why, man. I was with him for about a year and a half, man, 2 years,
You
man. And
was.
I promoted him to the fullest, and I really didn't understand the YouTube thing. I really didn't know, what I mean. I was just standing on the movement that I thought was legit. And I was sold lies about reality shows that were coming, and I mean, basically, man, just a big dream, man.
You was telling us that. You was telling
Yeah,
us, and we
yeah,
was believing you. You was like, we got a
none of
reality,
that shit.
we got a reality
No,
show coming,
none of that
and
shit
it
ever
was
happened,
like,
bro. That was all lies, bro. All lies. I was deceived. All lies. And it took me a long time. People were telling me a long time to leave this dude, roll out, and all this. When I did my own show, bro, it was like literally by the time we finished running my show, all of us were blocked from the page. All
are
of
you
us were
serious?
blocked. Dead ass serious, man. All of us were blocked because I ran an event by myself. All of us were
Oh
blocked.
man,
We were thrown out. But man, dude, I had been watching this for years, man. Like if you weren't
yeah,
like minded with this guy, if you didn't have the same
yeah,
agreement with him, if you had your own
yeah,
beliefs,
block you.
they block you, man, throw you out the
Yep,
fucking group. You're not allowed to be your own man on that channel, bro. It's like
yep.
it's just cult like exactly what you just said, bro. Super
Yeah,
cult like.
because he
And
blocked me. All I did was critique his video, and he said something slick. And next thing you
yeah,
know, I couldn't comment back to his post. So I tried to
yeah.
search the group. I said, "Yo, he just blocked me." So
Well,
I
he does.
messaged him for somebody else's profile, and he said, "I
Yeah,
don't got time for this." And he started sticking his chest out, talking about his
yeah.
money. I'm like,
Well,
bro,
he
this
just did
dude's
the
a
same shit. He did the shit to Cornflake, man.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
he did.
he dogged Cornflake. Me and Cornflake. I've been in prison with Cornflake and all this other
Yeah,
shit, man. Me and
you know,
Cornflake, me and him.
hey, Mighty.
Me and him were real cool at one point.
You
You
know
know.
what I don't respect, though, bro? I don't mean to cut you off, but what
Yeah.
I don't respect is that people try to bring personals,
Yeah.
on situations that they not
Yeah.
involved with.
Oh,
That's not really like you. We
you know,
got a situation.
the people that know you the best, the people that know you the best are the people that don't know you at all, bro.
That's real.
That's
That's
hey man, I'm telling you, bro. Listen, I've had more people tell me about my
yeah,
life and what I've done in my life than I know my damn self. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
How
I'm
you gonna
telling you,
tell me
bro.
about something that I went through that I actually experienced?
Because they
You know
listen,
what I mean?
they listen to other people.
Right.
They've made up fake web pages, and they listen to other
Yeah.
people, and they love to be able to jump aboard a bandwagon and be yes
Right.
men, man. They love to
Yeah.
be able to be aboard of something and yes people off,
Yeah.
and be the first ones to try to agree with
Right.
some people, man. You know what I mean?
No.
It's weird, bro. It's just
And
weird.
it's like,
Like you said, people literally get that, dude. I'm like, man, bro. I'm like, I wake up in the morning and somebody else has made a video about me. It's like, man,
yeah,
bro. It's like, dog. It's like I'm on your mind like that. Like you were laying in bed at night
it's just thinking
by
about you.
yourself, thinking about me, bro. Like, man,
Right.
there's something's
Hey,
wrong with you, bro.
hey,
You need to hide.
hey, you
You need to
gotta
get
be
a
doing
dog or
something
something,
right
bro.
there. You gotta be
Yeah,
doing something right. You got a lot of haters. Like,
but
you
just
know,
weird.
it's like
Some of the motherfuckers are weird though, man. That's
they
just
are.
like
They very strange.
that's weird.
It's
That's
like a,
strange,
I don't
bro.
know, this blogger, he's like a gay blogger. And I'm like, bro, this is like, I don't know if he's gay. I don't even want to insult him because I ain't got nothing against gays. But he was like, just going at you. You probably seen him. You know who I'm talking about. He's
Yeah,
a white guy.
yeah. I think I
I was
know who
like,
you're talking about.
what is
Yeah,
this? This YouTube joint is scary, bro. And I'm like, I
bro.
be telling my girl, I'm like, yo, this YouTube joint is crazy, bro. Like,
It's
because I'm
weird,
like
man.
thinking, I wonder what Mighty, I wonder what Chris is really like going through. Like, wonder how what's going through his mind. Like, but you probably
You
at
know,
that point where it don't even phase you.
a lot of the shit I don't even see because
Yeah,
I don't watch that shit. You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, you know what I mean? I already know people are doing it because people send me like the clips of it and shit. I'm like, don't
yeah,
send me that shit, man. I don't want to see that
yeah,
shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, dog, guess what? There's gonna be another one out tomorrow, man.
Right, right, right.
I don't need you sending me this shit every
Give me
fucking day.
positive
You know what I
stuff.
mean? Yeah, it's like, man, bro, I don't really care. Like, bro, listen, the motherfucker's gonna bring up my name, they gonna say shit, cool, then that means I'm on their mind. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? All publicity is good publicity. You
that's
know, I
right.
see it like that. And the thing about it is, bro, is that I have a fucking career outside of
Yeah,
YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know what I
You
mean?
don't need this.
I got the tractor trailer shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah,
lot of these people here,
that's all
they
they got.
it's all they had. It's either this or
Yeah,
McDonald's, bro. Like they
yep.
literally, and
Yep.
I'm not saying that to down
But you keeping
people,
it real.
but 100%, I got a
Yeah.
career. You know what I'm saying? I don't need this. I don't need
If
the
if
YouTube shit.
if YouTube,
I'm doing this shit for y'all. You
yeah,
understand? I'm
yep.
doing this shit for y'all motherfuckers in the
And it's
street.
like this.
For I'm
If
not, you
YouTube,
know.
go
Go ahead.
ahead.
We good?
I ain't mean to cut you off, but I was just about to say, if YouTube says, "All right, listen, that's we done. We shutting this off. Can't nobody make videos." A lot of people who depend on
They be
this,
screwed.
right? You see what I'm
They be
saying? So
screwed.
you doing this for passion, bro.
That's
You see
it,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Like
That's it.
this is passion.
Right.
You really doing this.
Right.
You been doing the trucking. I
Been
remember you
doing it.
doing that 6, 7 years
Yep.
ago.
Yep. Been
So
doing
it's
it.
like, come on, man. Like some
Yep.
people, I get it. You live off of that, and it's like you put me on game when you was like, Chris is getting, not Chris, Face. You say he getting all that money. He don't break nobody off nothing. You know
Nothing,
what I
bro.
mean? And I was
Nothing.
like, yo, you told me the number what he was getting. I was like,
Yeah.
he really getting that? I'm
Really
like,
was getting
bro,
that, bro.
yeah. And
Really
it's like
getting it. And
he give it.
it probably is even more than that. I don't know though. You know what I'm saying? His like if you look at the amount, he's got like 2 million subscribers, bro. And if you
Yeah,
look at his shit, if you look at his videos, they don't even come close to matching up to the numbers.
I was
Like
about to say
his
that. Like
not even
something's
close.
off. Something's
Yeah,
off with as far
not
as like
nothing
his
close.
views. He don't get
Yeah.
the views as many
Nah.
subscribers as he has. His views don't amount to it. I said the same thing, and I
Yeah,
don't
and
know
the
if
fight.
people
If you
not
look at
watch.
my station, look at my
Yeah,
station. The fights aren't getting that many views anymore. There's too many people doing it. Listen,
yeah, it is.
I got 10 or 12 people that have fought
Copying
in my
yours.
yard,
Really?
that have their own channels now that are running fights. You know
Are
what I'm
you
saying?
serious?
So I'm dead ass serious. You know what I'm saying? Cray Cray, Dean the Great, Wiz, Otha, dude, they're all running their own shit. Vanilla Gorilla, they're all running their
Are
own
you?
shit
But
now.
how do you feel about that? Like, does that bother you?
No, I don't. No, because man, here's the thing. This bothers him. This doesn't bother me. The
Yeah,
reason why
yeah.
this doesn't bother me, man, is because I'm official with the movement, with the Guns Down, Gloves Up
Right,
movement.
right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? And I don't. And at the end of the day, I have a career, so I don't need it. He
Yeah,
don't. He wants to monopolize all this shit.
yeah.
So when he sees a new fight league jump up that's being successful, man, that motherfucker wants to shut his dick in the door,
Cause
bro.
it to tarnish it.
It kills him. It kills him, man, to see anybody else succeed. I
Yeah,
know him. And
yeah.
when I succeeded, he hated it, bro.
Oh God.
He didn't want nobody else to succeed. That's him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like I said, me personally, man, I wish everybody would start the fighting thing, but at the end of the day, it's not getting the views that it used to get. You know
because
what I'm
there's
saying?
so
So
many people doing it.
right. But my content, man, like honestly, bro, like my content, I did a lot of prison talks stuff. And and I go back
Yeah,
into, I was on the
it's
cover of
well
Return to
rounded.
Citizen magazine. Yeah, I was on the cover of Return to Citizen magazine. I go back into the prisons for the reentry programs and stuff like that before the
You
COVID
talking,
shit hit.
you talking to the
So
Bloods, the Aryan
all that shit.
Nations. You
Yep.
giving
Everybody.
all
Everybody.
perspectives of from
Everybody.
all walks of life. So it's not
Yep.
just your content ain't just all that fighting. It
Nah.
ain't just that. So it's
Nope.
like, and then I remember, I've been on you. I remember
Yeah.
you used to go down in the hoods and you
Yeah.
used to, travel in the hood and just pop up
Yep.
on certain sets. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like up in
Yep.
Richmond. So I'm
Yep.
like, yo, he really like got like a lane here with this
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's like I
Yeah.
see, and you a trucker, so I know when you do a truck, it's like you gone for like a week at a time, and then you get like
Yeah.
a certain amount of days where you off.
Yeah.
So it's like he
Yep.
got the time, he perfect for it, and it's like
Yeah.
it's so many haters here as far as like Virginia. I commend you for leaving, especially
Yeah.
where we at for real, because
Yeah.
I commend, like I respect a lot of people in Virginia that's like still fighting and whatnot, but it's a
Yeah.
lot of people, it's a lot of people that just don't want to see you succeed. So this kind of
Bro,
they try to that.
I said as soon as I got on probation, I was gonna leave, and I ended up staying another 2 years after I got on probation, and I still stayed in
Right.
Virginia, man. That was the first thing. That was the first thing that I wanted to do was get the fuck out of Virginia
Yeah.
when I could. I grew up in Virginia. I've been in Virginia my whole life. I never lived nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I'm in the tractor trailer, so I've been to a lot of other places, and there was a lot of different places that I wanted to live other than Virginia. You know,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, for
but now
sure.
that I'm gone, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I miss Virginia, you know what I'm saying? Especially, the beach and stuff, in the
Yeah.
summertime, because I grew up around that, that's my area. The 757 is my area. So
Right.
I bet, I've been out there my whole life, man. My mom's always been in DC. So I
Tidewater.
was always in between DC and Tidewater, man. So it
Yeah.
was like, man, I do miss it, man. But at the end of the day, I'm glad as shit to be out of there, man.
I
You know what I mean?
understand.
For
I
real.
understand. And I commend you, bro. I seen your videos and I'm like, oh, he don't live in VA no more. He up out of
Yeah, I'm
here.
out.
So I'm like,
Yep.
I respect that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what, bro? I gotta give you your flowers, bro. Like you done been
You
through
know.
some hard times, bro. But you done turned lemons into lemonade, man. So
Yep.
I salute to
Trying,
you
bro.
for your movement, man. I ain't gonna hold you too much longer, bro. You could give your handle because once this drop, I'm gonna go ahead and edit so they can have a little more information on your channel and I'll put your channel in the description or
Yeah,
whatnot.
for sure.
But you could go
But
ahead,
you my homie from way the fuck back, man. And
for
I
sure.
appreciate, what I'm saying, anything you need, man. I got you.
Yeah.
And any questions you ever have with the YouTube thing or whatever it is you're trying to go and do, man, I'll help you out, man. Whatever I can help you, man.
I'm gonna
I got
definitely
you.
stay picking your brain from now
I
on.
got you. Yeah, I'll help you out, man, a lot,
Yeah.
man. Especially like with hashtags. Like I'm pretty hip to this thing now, man. I can definitely help you out.
Yeah.
But again, it's Mighty Mouse UFL on the YouTube, man. We're guns down, gloves up movement. That's what we do, man.
For
It's
sure.
not just that. We on live feed every day. We do workouts, we do training, diet tips, supplements. We go back into the
Yeah.
prisons for the reentry programs. I help inmates get jobs. I help inmates get their Class A
Yeah. I
CDLs
see you doing
coming
that,
home.
bro.
You know what I
So
mean?
it's
Yeah,
like
we do that.
it's not hard. It's not hard to see who's the villain and who's the martyr. You get what
Man,
I'm saying?
proofs in the pudding, man.
You know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm saying, man. And that's the weird shit to me, man. Sam,
Yeah.
that's the weird shit to me. It's like, bro, um, I can't understand how people hate themselves so much and are that negative in life that they can't see somebody out here that's helping people out, man. That's really out here doing, what I'm
Yeah.
saying, something in the community, man. And it's like it just does not matter to them, and
Right.
that's sad, man. That's really sad because, man, I'm telling you, you know, um, and I hate to say this shit, man, but I hope they don't never become a victim of any of these people that are coming home from prison, that are
Ooh.
coming back out to these
Yeah.
streets, that are going to
Right.
be on that are part of that recidivism rate, because somebody's going to be one of their victims. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if we
You're
ain't
right.
out here helping these dudes and getting jobs and stuff like
It's
that,
rough. Yeah.
you know,
That's real though, because what you
a lot
just
of these people,
said.
bro, a lot of these people saying, for real, man, a lot of these people, man, they never lived that life. They've never been in that life. They've never been a victim of that life. So it's easier for them to say, fuck that life. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't.
But
That's
you got to
another thing
understand.
about Face, bro. Like the way he talks about, like, oh, he's a felon. It's like he looks down on criminals, bro. But if you look at some of the people that fights on your league, they look like most of them are methed out.
That's the
You dig
fuck
what I'm
out, man.
saying? Like, bro, like, come
Absolutely.
on, let's just keep it. Let's keep it
Yep.
100, bro. But so,
Yep.
what's up with you? Why you being so hard on criminals? Like,
Right.
you basically, there's a lot of fighters that did time. They went on to succeed, MMA
We
and
got on there.
boxing.
He got on there about the gang shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm like, bro, you know how many gang members I've brought to your yard that's fought. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, gangs and some shit. And all. I'm like,
yeah,
bro, listen, I'm not an active gang member. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I still deal with a lot of gang members.
for
And the
sure.
city councilman put me on his Facebook page and did a whole article on me down in Oak Cliff, Dallas. Was like, look, I've
It's
lived
rough
out here in
there,
Oak Cliff. He's like, I've never seen the boundaries get crossed. And the chief of police in Camden, New Jersey, said the same shit.
for
In
real.
listen, the chief of police hit me up. They watched all the fights out there in Camden because they were scared of gang retaliation. He hit me up. He's like, listen, man, when are you coming back out here? At first, they wanted to shut us down because
Yeah,
they were scared of gang retaliation. By the time it was done, he was asking me when we was coming back out there. You know what I'm saying?
word.
So yeah, bro, because
You
man,
talking? You
they've
talking
never
Oak
seen
Cliff? You talking Oak Cliff,
Oak Cliff,
Texas?
Dallas.
Oak
Yeah.
Cliff, Dallas.
So
Oh,
yeah, no,
I heard that's like a
and
they get
Camden, New
busy.
Jersey and shit too. Camden, New
They
Jersey
get
and shit too.
busy.
I was out there, Philly, all that shit, bro. But no,
Yeah,
but look what happened to Oak Cliff was the city councilman wrote an article and said, look, man, because I had Bloods, Crips, GDs, Tongo Blast, Serenos. I had like 5 or 6 different gangs on one
yeah.
yard at one time, all putting gloves on. The city councilman said, look, man, I grew up out here. He said, I've never seen the boundaries get crossed without somebody dying that's happened
Yeah,
out here today, let alone these people coming out
right.
here voluntarily to put gloves on. He's like, this has never happened. He's like, man, he said, he put a whole article on his Facebook page about us out there, man. It was called
For
A Whole
real?
Lot of Wood. It's called A Whole Lot of Wood Shit. And this was right before Mo 3 died. This was right before Mo 3 got killed. I was
Word.
actually, man, I actually got pulled over. I actually got pulled over in Duncanville, behind Mo 3's murder, bro. Like they profiled
Are
me
you
for
se-
dead ass serious. They profiled me for Mo 3's murder, bro. They pulled our whole fucking vehicle over and shit and stuff.
Wow.
Man. Yep,
Yo,
yep.
that whole area is like that
Off
whole
the hook.
area is like it's raw, bro.
Yeah, it's off
They
the hook.
get busy.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit. Like Little Loaded just died out there. Little Loaded, the Rolling
No,
60 Crip dude.
they
Yeah,
say
he
they
just died. He
yeah
literally
they
he just
say that
died.
he say he
He
killed
killed himself.
himself. He
Killed himself
did
over a
over
girl.
a
Over a girl.
girl, bro.
Yep.
Yo,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
crazy, bro.
But Little
You
Loaded
know,
was at my fights. If you watch those Oak Cliff events, Little Loaded's out there. He's at those fights. That's in the
word.
Whole Lot
Cause
of
he
Woods.
from
Yep.
Texas, right?
He's from Oak Cliff. Yep.
Yeah,
Earl
bro.
Spence.
They got a lot
Earl
of
Spence.
bro. They got a
Earl
lot
Spence
of
is
they
from
got a
right
lot
there.
of artists. They got a lot of
Yep.
rap artists, young artists
Damn
is out
right.
there, bro.
Damn right.
They
Yep.
heavy out there in the game, bro.
Yep.
And it's
Earl
like
Spence.
that.
Earl
That
Spence is right there. Earl Spence is
yeah,
from right out
yup,
there.
yup.
Yep.
He from Houston.
Yep.
He
Yep.
from the
But
Cliff, ain't
he's from the Cliff. He lives
Yup,
out
he
in the
from the
Cliff,
Cliff.
man. Fucking man, they got a whole man. They got a lot of famous boxers that come from out of there, man.
Yeah, for
A lot of
sure, for
famous
sure.
boxers come out of there, man. There's some good
Yeah,
gyms out there too. A lot of good boxing gyms down there.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, man. But yeah, hit us up, bro. Hit me up
I
anytime you
will.
want. And that's the YouTube. Y'all can go watch it, man. We got a lot of fights on there. I got over 2,000 videos on my channel, man. So y'all go
Yeah.
check them out. And
I'm
like I
on
said, I'm gonna live for you every day.
I'm gonna put his channel description in my bio.
All
So
right.
whoever wants to check his bio out, check his page out, y'all more than
Yeah.
welcome. His page is like you gonna see. I see you spar like a UFC fighter in Florida, that tall
Got a lot of
dude.
UFC guys. I
Who
got
that
grappling
boy?
matches against Mike Perry,
Yeah,
the
y'all seen
Spartan.
that?
I got Jens Pulver on here.
Yeah,
I got Shaka Ray Zoza on here.
yeah,
I got a lot of UFC dudes, a lot of Bellator dudes on here. Pitbull.
right,
I got a lot of dudes on here, man. I got shit
right.
with, like I said, Dada 5000, Level Martinez.
Yeah,
You know, man, up in America's Top Team. I got a lot of gyms on here. Fusion XL. A lot of
yeah.
big gyms out
I
here,
just
man.
think, like I said, I've been paying attention to you. I've been paying
Oh
attention
yeah,
to your growth, and I
yeah,
said, yo, he ain't just doing the fighting. He actually like training with these people.
yeah,
So y'all, if y'all interested in the
yeah,
fight game, check his page out because
for
it's
sure.
like he has a lot of knowledge of the game. He's not just he's doing a movement, gloves up, guns down. So
Yep,
tap in.
that's
Of
right.
course, I'm gonna keep this content coming. I appreciate my boy coming on here,
Sure.
giving me an interview, giving me a shout out. I
All
love
day.
this. Hey, yo, we can start doing this without all this, man. Because it's
Shit, we
like
definitely can.
you
Just hit me
giving
up
me
anytime,
game,
bro.
bro. Like you giving
Shit,
me
anytime you
game,
out in
bro.
Vegas too, man. Come out, man. Come out here and
Oh
chill, bro. I
yeah,
got extra room. I got extra rooms and shit. Come on out.
Hey,
Come and
bro,
kick
I'm
it.
definitely. You don't even
Yeah,
get me started. I've been wanting to do
yeah.
that for like a year now.
Let's
So
do it.
I
I
may
got
do that.
my wife and son are here, bro. You can bring your girl with you, your wife, whatever, man. Come on, let's get it.
Right, right.
Let's do it. I'll let me.
I might definitely do that, man. But Mighty Mouse, it's
Come on.
been a pleasure, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate
I'm
that,
gonna
man.
holler at you. Y'all be
All
easy.
right, all right, G.
All right, go.